So now that we've made a class and we've made some assignments in that class, we want to talk about how you can give feedback to your students as they're working and also when they have turned in the assignment. So let's click on one of our classes here. We'll see a list of the assignments that we made. At the bottom, we now have the Review Progress button, and next to it, it's going to tell you how many students have turned it in. So in this case, I have 0 out of 2 students who've turned it in, 0 out of 2 students have turned this one in, and I have 1 out of 10 who's turned in this assignment. So I can tell that students are still working on these projects, and perhaps there's time when I'm in class that I want to see what they're working on. So I'm going to click on this Review Progress button, the gray one, and I'm going to see the students who are in progress, working currently, and also any students who have not yet started. When I hover over top of the In Progress names, I am going to be able to see the blue View Progress button. This will look exactly the same in the team assignment, except for you'll see each team name instead of student name. So this student is not yet done, but I want to see how they're doing, so I'm going to click on View Progress. And you'll notice that I'm now in their video editing space. You see that I have access to all of the editing tools that they have access to. I can actually even turn this assignment in for them if they haven't finished and they need to turn it in or they forgot to turn it in. So that's one option that I can do here. Maybe they need some help finding media, so I could explore the media library and add some things to their project media library. I could also encourage them or help them by adding some of those text slides if they needed that extra assistance. The thing I love is that I can watch what they're working on in real time. So as the students are working in here, I'm going to see their little name bubble pop up wherever they are working in the track. As the teacher on the track, I see the feedback button. So as I play their video, and I see something that I want to give some feedback on, I can pause the video and click on this Add Feedback button. You'll notice at that exact point on the track, it's giving me a little text box. So this is where I can add any comments that I want to give to the students. So I might say, great job, consider making this clip longer. And then I simply click on Add. Now it's a very small difference, but you'll notice right underneath of this track marker, this little gray dot has appeared at this point on their project. And if I hover over top of that dot and click it, I have the ability to edit my comments if I wanted to adjust them. I can also click on the 3 dots and delete this comment if I don't think it's needed anymore. Now students are also going to see this little dot and be able to review the comments that I've left as the teacher. And I can leave virtually an unlimited amount of comments using that same feedback button throughout their video project. Again, I have access to all of their same editing tools, so I can help them with their project if they are coming to me for assistance. I can split tracks, I can show them how to add things. So it's nice to be able to get in there and help them with elements and also see them as they are working live. When I'm finished with my comments and any feedback, I'm going to go up here to the Close button. And you'll notice it's still in progress, so the students, when they have a chance, are going to come back, see my comments, and make those changes to their video. Coming back to our classroom and our list of assignments, I want to show you what it looks like when a student has completed a project and turned it in. So I still see the gray View Progress button, and I notice that one student or one group, because this is a team assignment, has turned in their project. So I'm going to go to Review Progress. Now instead of In Progress, the subtitle is Turned In. The rest of my teams have not started, but if I also had students who were in progress, I would see a third subtitle with those teams and their projects, just like we saw in the screen before. So I'm hovering over Team 1. I see the timestamp of when they have turned this in, and I now have a Review Video button. When I click on that, I'm going to see the 2 team members appear on the side of my screen. I'm also going to see their project nice and large in the center of my screen where I can play their video. I can also pause and play the video as I see fit by just tapping on that play button area. At the bottom of the video, I'm going to see the names of those students, and if I hover over top, I can see who's in this team. Again, I have the timestamp of when they have turned it in. I have the ability to download this video, and if I download it, I can choose between audio only or just the video. And in this case, it will download right here to my computer, where I can then use this little caret down arrow and up arrow to show it in the folder where it's being saved. I also have the ability to save it to my Google Drive by simply clicking on this button, choosing audio only or video, and you'll notice it gives me a prompt at the top of my screen that it is saving to Drive. It will also tell you once it is completed, so I can access this later on without having to go back into WeVideo. I also have a button down here that says return. So in the case that there's something this student group needs to add, or I don't think it's quite finished, I can return it back to them so that it will be back in edit mode. So I may give some comments here. Based on whatever my rubric is, I can give them that feedback, and then I click on Yes, Return, and you'll notice that now it's under the In Progress subtitle, and if I hover over it as the student or the teacher, when I go to View Progress Now, it's not taking me to the final Just Video, it's taking me back to that editing tool. This is also a way where I can add more specific feedback by clicking on this Add Feedback button on the track editor, like I did in a previous assignment. It's important to note that students will get a notification on the assignment thumbnail if there are comments, and that new comments will open automatically with an option to scroll through to the next comment using an arrow when they open this assignment again. Students cannot edit or remove the teacher's comments, so the teacher can go back and remove them if needed. Co-teachers are able to add their own comment, as well as delete the comments made by other teachers in the course. If multiple teachers are in the class, the comment is attributed to the teacher who made them by the name bubble at the top.